Liberal Democrat Senator David Leyonhjelm, who joins me in the studio now. Dr Emerson has been a Trade Minister for Australia. He says he's not here representing the Labor Party as such. He was really emotional about this footage on 60 Minutes. It's my understanding that that's not even the worst of it. He has seen the worst of it. Do you have some empathy with his argument?
Well, I haven't met anybody. I don't think I can think of anybody who would not say that was that footage of those livestock suffering in that way is anything other than abhorrent. I can't think of anybody. I think where we part ways, though, is what's the solution? Is the solution to shut down an industry because there's no other way of fixing
They've been given
that problem?
chance after chance, though, Senator, haven't they?
This is not a collective responsibility. This is individuals. We are individualists. We're not socialists. So this is not a, you know, if you're a naughty boy, we're going to keep the whole class in. That's not the situation.
OK, so what's your solution then? Well,
there are obviously animal welfare problems which are occurring. I don't know if you've spent any time in that area of the Middle East, but the weather is stinking. It is stinking hot, commonly 45 up to 50 degrees. Humidity in the late afternoon is just foul. It's no wonder that the sheep, which are not acclimatised to it, are suffering from that. So there are question marks about density. There are question marks about whether or not there should be some way of helping them with the heat stress. You know, it did also appear as if the livestock management...
These provisions are in place. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we have seen, you know, more rules, you know, a vet on board. Would part of your solution be to have permanent CCT vision on board these ships, or to have an Inspector General on board every single shipment that leaves Australia to the Middle East?
Well, the camera idea has been floated around, and I don't think most of the exporters would mind in the least if there were cameras there. Most of the exporters are as embarrassed and upset by that vision as anybody else is. They're deeply distressed by it. But the idea that you shut down a whole industry in which there are 10,000 people employed, it's worth $250 million a year, because there are people who can't maintain animal welfare standards, seems to me to be a very, you know, if all you've got is a sledgehammer, everything looks like something you hit with a sledgehammer, as the saying goes. That's not the way to do it. We can export animals overseas humanely, and we do. We send cattle, for instance, to Indonesia, and that's quite humane. We send them to China. That's quite humane. And look at the racehorse industry, where we send our horses overseas. Overseas, how racehorses come to Australia and win all their damn prizes and take all their prize money home. That's a live export business too.
Sure.
And nobody suggests that that should be ended because of what happens.
But there's not, you know, 1,000 prize racehorse crammed into a ship standing in their own faeces for a month at a time.
So now you're talking about practical aspects, the conditions. Is it a matter of density? Is it a matter of failing poor animal husbandry?
But they keep on breaking the rules, which is the point. So how many more chances does the live export industry deserve?
You're talking collectively again. It's not a collective responsibility. How many more chances do the people who are responsible for that kind of treatment get? None.
What should happen to them if they break the rules again?
It would be against the law if that happened in Australia. It's against the Animal Cruelty Act. The people responsible for that kind of treatment should be prosecuted if we can do it within Australian jurisdiction. If we can't prosecute them under criminal law, animal cruelty law, then we should at least say, OK, we're not going to allow you to export sheep. But, you know, you don't, as I said, you don't keep the whole class in because there's somebody misbehaving.